And yeah, I got some of the information by 9:30 today. Okay, I wanted some information. I do have about the two winners from Goa. I have a little more information in case you require, but I think most of you know about it. So there's nothing much from age to education to assets, liability, everything is known. So I don't think I have to think.
How many independents had contested in one?
Sorry?
How many independents had contested?
This election?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but the data will be there for sure. It is there. The data is there in one of those pages which has come to me from Delhi. Personally, I didn't feel it was very important for we as Goankar, so I didn't really take that on any of these things. But it is there. I will share it with you. You can just go through it because it was too taxing for me, middle of the night, reading all 493 pages.
So, over the course of 7 pages, the average percentage of women candidates was 10-11% based on your data. And here the winning is 14%.
14%, yeah.
What do you say? It's a significant improvement. And how would it be like now that they are introducing the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, then it will be much better.
Yeah.
So, from the candidature to the elected representative,
it is very encouraging. Very encouraging. But, as typical this thing, since we are talking about 33% eventually at some point in time, empowerment to the women, 1/3 should be in the parliament. Targets. So we have to reach that, and that's going to take time. It's good. See, you require both. You require women for sure, but you require quality, more than quantity, at least my personal perception, and I'm not talking on behalf of ADR. Quality also is very important in terms of how much you can participate in the discussions in Parliament. Yeah.
What do you think about the 31% of criminal cases? They are having serious criminal cases.
Yeah.
So that has to be changed in at least for the next election, or the government has to take some steps?
I don't have specific comments. See, what happens also is that the serious crimes of course is the issue. Normal crimes sometimes even the ruling party, suppose the opposition has that becomes a crime and FIR file, and if it is registered by police, that becomes a crime. So he becomes a criminal. So we should be able to segregate between the two. Serious crimes serious crimes are associated with rape, murder, assault on women, all those kind of stuff. Loss to the exchequer, GST फारीक केलना, नाल्यार income tax भरूना, तशें loss to exchequer, loss to state of India, तशें. So those things are this thing. They are taken cognizance of. आता ते निवडून येतात. आता ते कोर्ट हें करूंक शकना. Parliament or the government itself should pass की बाबा जे पळय सिरियस क्रायमाचे आसात, more than 2 समजा, they should put some yardstick. आनी बाबा कॉन्टेस्ट करपाचें ना आमी, अशें कितें तरी करूंक जाय. But it is very this thing. It is debatable issue. I can't talk on behalf of ADR on this. Yeah, of course. But that itself takes 10 years, 15 years. ताजे मदीं तो सगळे 3-4 इलेक्शन निवडून येवन precisely. So you have to balance out. I have no idea what can be done, but that is for. See, we can only talk about this kind of data. Okay, this is what is available. I mean, the only credit we can take is thanks to us, ADR. The affidavits are filed. Sworn affidavit. They were not there before 2002.
So what about 93% of the winning candidates are crorepati's? Do you think that money plays a major role still?
Yeah, maybe before you joined us, I talked about it, that what is happening, if you really look at this entire thing, serious crimes are on an increase. From 19%, 14% in 2009. 14, 19, 27, 31.
So
money and muscle power definitely play a role. It has played a role in Goa. Also, during the last assembly election. But I don't want to get into the details because it will be out of syllabus. हे आता आम्ही उलयतात ते 543 चे.
हायेस्ट एसएस होल्डर
हय.
ते विनर कोण आसा आणि लूजर आणि किती कॅन्डिडेट्स
आसात मरे हांवें तें दुसरें पळय आसा न्ही 400 पेजीसाचें तातूंत सगळें आसा. आय टेल यू हू इज द हायेस्ट इफ यू वॉन्ट टू नो ऑफ हँड. द हायेस्ट एसेट वालो इज 5878 crores, 5,878 crores. But his source of income, तेजें नांव डॉक्टर पम्मासानी चंद्रशेखर, गुंटुराक सावन निवडून आयलो तो. गुंटूर इज आंध्र प्रदेश. पम्मासानी चंद्रशेखर, तेलुगू देशम गुंटूर. Now he is a famous doctor in United States of America. तो 6 महिने थंय रावता, 6 महिने हांगा रावता. आता ते ताणें पयशे जे दाखयल्यात ते इट कूड बी जेन्युइन हें न्ही की आतां थंय डॉलरांनी तो जोडटा आसतलो. ही इज अ कन्सल्टंट तुमचो. सो वी कांट सिम्पली डाउट हिम जस्ट बिकॉज ही इज हॅविंग 5,000 crores.
He was the richest candidate also.
He was the richest candidate. He is one. अशें. So he is the and that entire list is there. Don't you worry. I can share it anytime.
It's there on the section.
हय. आनी प्लस I'll just phone Delhi. They'll upload this entire 543 candidates on my Neta.
Already uploaded.
Zale? Because I told them that my meeting is at 10:30.
सर तुम्ही रिचेस्ट विनर सांगा रिचेस्ट लूजर कोण आशिल्लो रिचेस्ट लूजर
Richest loser is who was number 3 in the richest list as candidates from South Goa. Yeah. She was number 3 in the richest candidate list. So she has lost, or maybe even number 2 has lost.
No, sir. Number 2 is one.
Number 2 has won. I mean, offhand I don't remember.
Konda Reddy has one.
Okay. Zalar, she is the richest who has lost. But again, I'm not sure whether we should really correlate. Pammasani Chandrasekhar is a big surgeon, well-known surgeon in the United States. So, sorry. When did he go to US? He won. From Telugu Desam. From Guntur in Andhra Pradesh. Chandrasekhar, Dr. Chandrasekhar.
But you said he's in US?
6 months he is in US, 6 months he works in India in some hospitals in Hyderabad and around there. You know, they do it. Like in Goa Medical College also, there are some doctors, I know, cardiac surgeons and all.
Andhra Pradesh has become such a state of focus this time.
Sorry?
Andhra Pradesh has become the state of focus.
For me, all are same. As far as ADR is concerned, it doesn't matter. Candidate is a candidate, winner is a winner, loser is a loser.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you. Does this system exist all over the world? Ink system?
I don't know of any other system. However, 25 countries, this ink is exported from India. United States takes it, Canada, France, UK, I don't know about other countries. There are some other countries also, someone in Africa, Kenya or someone. So,
If you talk in terms of electoral reforms, which everyone says are needed, then why do we need, this is so retrogressive and so idiotic it is inking, why don't we fight to get a receipt? I vote, I want a receipt. At consumer.
no, I have no idea why we need it. They may be having some reason why they want it. Because, you know, they don't want a repeat voter or some such thing. I have no idea what it is. It is not about you getting a receipt. They also want to know whether you already voted earlier in the day and then come again.
So that's progressive, isn't it? I have my evidence with me, where I voted, who I voted for, and that is very useful. More than this is very uneducated. We still think as if we are uneducated voters.
I can't comment on that because, you know, it's also a foolproof mechanism. Part of the foolproof mechanism is what I feel. So can't really comment on that.
So do you think independence, parties have more power? Do you think there is a need for independence to increase?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
So parties have more power and money. So do you think independence need to increase, like to win independence, like they don't have much power or money?
No, what exactly is your question?
Do you think independence, like independence winning the seats is important for democracy? Other than like.
No, you say that independent candidates.
Like they don't have much power or attention like political parties. So do you think
No, you are saying, are we giving too much importance to political parties vis-a-vis independents? Is that what is your question? I couldn't get your question. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, my question is.
Or maybe we can answer one to one. Maybe once we are through with this.
He's asking whether more independent candidates would contest.
I'm not sure. I can't answer this. I don't have a ready answer because there will always be pros and the cons. An independent can be a very, very good candidate. An independent can be this thing. So, but if it is from party is supposed to choose. Whether they choose or not is a different story. But they are supposed to choose good candidates without crimes. Or voters should vote the guy who doesn't have crimes. Simple. If voters do that, then obviously, and if someone else wins, criminal doesn't win. Why criminals are picked up by political parties and they themselves get encouraged? Because the number of winners increases with every passing election. Or crorepati, so they feel that okay, if we have muscle power and money power, we can win. Chances are better.
But the BJP thinks that money is power, and it's
Sorry?
candidates for rich.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I said the ruling party thinks that money is welcome, and so they choose rich candidates.
Sorry, I have no comment because I can't talk about any political party here. That's our policy. As an idea, this thing, we don't talk about any political parties, whether someone else is taking more or this one is doing this, no. We give only data which is factual, which has come from sworn affidavits. So, the affidavit doesn't say whether BJP's intention is something or Congress' intention is something. No, the intentions don't come into picture. We only give facts and we leave rest of it for your intelligence to decide, or for the people. So suppose you are representing a particular newspaper or you are representing a particular channel. Your viewers or your readers should decide what it is. We don't try to tell them. We only give data and keep quiet.
So how many, like 171 out of 543 candidates as are crorepati, like super crorepati. In India, how many crorepati?
10 crores plus? Obviously, I mean the common sense tells us that 10 crores plus can't be more than 5%. We look at XYZ, Ambani, Adani, or Mahindra and Mahindra. But how many are there? We are talking about 1.4 billion people. Tatun kitle astale? How many will be there?
So, there are 58 from the age bracket of 25 to 40. We call it as Yuva Netas. So is this improvement from the last time? And what do you think? It should improve or how should it go?
Very debatable subject. Whether your question becomes, I'll put it in different things. Whether youngsters will have better thinking power and in terms of development.
Out of the box.
But you can say, see, like maybe those who are 60s and 70s could also be having more experience to handle the situations, deal with the situations, and hence they can perform better is one of the ways of looking at it. म्हणून अजून आवय बापाक दिसता की हे भुरगे आसात म्हणून आमचे when we talk about our own children and we guide them. That's because we feel that we have more experience. So the same thing could be holding good for politicians also. Yeah, but some of the youngsters could be very, very good. Some elders, even after 55 and 60 years, still may be, their thinking may be limited.
Sir, in Goa this time money power didn't work.
Sorry?
In Goa this time money power has not worked. So that is one good thing.
I can't comment on this because I don't know how much money is spent by the different political parties here. It doesn't depend upon the individual assets. I'm sorry, I would like to this thing here. So your own assets vis-a-vis how much money is spent by a party, and not every time you can correlate that. Sometimes even if you spend 10,000 crores, you may not get elected. We have constituencies like that, isn't it?
543 is a winning candidate as changes
Sorry, huh?
543 जे winning candidate आहेत आता.
हय
Criminal cases चे percentage आहे.
दाखयली न्ही हांवें. सो आय शोड यू सी सिरियस क्रायम्स आसात पळय त्यो 14% आशिल्ल्यो 2009. 14% आउट ऑफ 543 or 542 तेन्ना आशिल्ले. ते जाले 14% इन 2014. 2019 ते जाले 27% आनी आतां जाल्यार 31%. सो कशें आशिल्ले 14, 19, 27 काय 28 आनी 31 अशें हे 4 इलेक्शनां वाडत आसात. ते खंय सोंपतले हें खबर ना. सो partly voters are responsible न्ही कित्याक voters are at the end of the day voters are electing those people. कित्याक लागून ते वोटर तशे घालतात I don't want to get into that subject because it's a huge subject. So but the fact is third votes for because EVMs and others are not playing any this thing. No one has complained this time fortunately. So it's a all win situation this time. I think election commissioner is happy that there are no complaints.
वोटरला ब्लेम करण्यापेक्षा पार्टीच क्रिमिनल केस असलेले रिप्रेझेंट करतात.
ते कित्याक घालता सांग दवरतात कित्याक ते निवडून येतात म्हणून. तो जर निवडून येनासतलो ते कित्याक दवरतले.
This again stresses the importance of nota.
हय पूण नोटा
Notifying nota, not just nota. Notifying nota.
नोटा टुडे इज आर्मलेस ताका स्ट्रेंथूच ना.
Exactly. Notifying nota is how significant does it play?
There, almost every state
Goa is fourth.
या बरोबर 5 लाख 10 लाख नोटा असत पण त्या नोटाक वालोर काय ना म्हणजे दे नो व्हॅल्यू.
criminal cases and serious crime.
हय दोगांचे ऍड करप न्ही ते त्यो साद्यो केसीस आहा पळय समजा ते चड आहा न्ही तातूंतले सिरियस क्रायम वाले इतले सम टोटल ती ह्यान ते वेगळे वेगळे न्ही जो पळय हा अशें ना 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 ना
Is there ever going to be electoral reforms as recommended?
they should be there. We are for it.
Petition was filed by ADA that counting each and every VVPAT slip. So how sensible it is?
I have no comments because I have a little different view personally. I mean, in person, as ADR,
It's
they have given their view.
like going back to the ballot paper.
Regressive, as she was saying. Because paper, this thing, and तुका दिश्टी पडटा न्ही तो तूं घालतना वोट करतना VVPAT you can see your this thing. हांगाय तशेंच आसतलें. So you can see तुगेलें वोट कोणाक पडना तें. So there is no issue there at all. Incidentally, I am coming from a constituency where the difference between the winner and the loser was just 48 votes. The least number of votes. So very often we say that our vote doesn't matter. आज बसनाल्या कितें जाता इलेक्शनाक वोट करपाक सुशेगाद घरा बसुया म्हणून.
There was a recounting was
48 votes. And the total vote, total voters are 13 lakhs, 13 lakh. Vote केल्या ते 10 lakh. Okay. One guy got 4.52 something. Other guy got 48. So,
Sena party. Where is this?
Bombay Northwest, which covers Andheri, Yogeshwari, Goregaon, up to Malad. No, up to Malad. Maybe little of Kandivali.
If there is one electoral reform you would advise, what is it? One important electoral reform. What
I would not want
suggest?
to. I would not want to hazard.
Why not? You come from an agency which is doing all these things. Tell me what work.
I have no idea what, because they have not spelled out to us. Our organization has not spelled out. So I'll check up with them and get back to you. But offhand, I don't want to like to comment without really checking up with my, headquarters. Although we are all with the same kind of power, but still, we usually make it a point on this kind of subject to check up with each other before we just pass on some comment, which could be
what
not.
do you think, sir? Will nota be ever notified?
Ideally, it should be, and we are of the firm opinion that it should be. But अजून करूंक ना आता कित्याक करूंक ना म्हणजे we only take solace in the sense that first time म्हणजे in the last about 15 years now nota has come into limelight. पण नोटा म्हणटा तो इज लायक absenteeism. ताका व्हडलेशें येत ना पडलें.
Previously it used to be from 49.
हय. So I think there should be some this thing about 10% बी जर जाली नोटा of the whole all the votes.
There is a judgment by Supreme Court which says right to vote also includes right not to vote.
बरोबर.
So given that it's a Supreme Court directive, don't you think nota should be given more power?
Should be. I personally feel. These are my personal
It's a
opinions.
democracy, no? Isn't that the death of democracy? Right not to vote?
Right to vote includes right
I mean,
not
you
to
are
vote.
negating the whole idea of
Yeah,
democracy
then
then.
people will then they
It is so
will
meaningless.
people and they stay at home, stay at home.
It's basic.
They can do that.
It's basic. If I don't want to vote for any of the candidates.
Is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No issues.
It is so useless, no? It is that nota is so useless, it doesn't contribute anything.
That's what.
No, it has.
Based on anything, I didn't think.
Now your favorite app is big.